Have you ever had one of those shits that you're like, oh, wiping was just not enough? I gotta bathe my asshole.
It was like trying to wipe a Sharpie or something. It just keeps going and going and going.
It's like, come on, please stop.
In there.
Oh my God.
Even wipies didn't work.
Wipies. That's all your boy uses.
I know you ran us dry the other day when you were up here.
Oh, the other day.
Yeah, you ran us dry when you were up here.
Well, I mean, also I had the shits.
That was right when the toilet paper crisis of 2020 was striking. I was like, fuck.
Well, I don't use toilet paper, so it's okay. Don't take that out of context. Yeah. All right. Well, I've been recording, so I guess we can go ahead and go. That was a pretty funny intro.
Disgusting.
Yes. Yeah. We're back.
Oh my God!
Finally.
Woohoo!
Yep. It was all my fault, every bit of it. So we're gonna get there in a second, but yes. What's up? And welcome back.
Hopefully, we didn't lose any of y'all.
Oh yeah, we lost everybody, but it's okay. Welcome back to the Nerdy as Hell podcast. We're back. My name's Matt. I'm still the host, even though I probably shouldn't be.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm here with my friend Cheyenne, who's now underneath me to the bottom right. I got Chris to the bottom left and Jake on the top left. And so it's been a pretty interesting 2 or 3 last couple weeks here, which I will get to. I will explain that in just a minute, but we are not first. Sorry, I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But we're gonna talk about the new Cyberpunk 2077 release and what's been going on with that. There's been some controversy, some other stuff that everyone should have seen coming, and I'm not sure why anybody didn't. But we're going to do that for just a few minutes, and then we're going to get into finally talking about Star Wars on the podcast.
Ugh.
We're going to talk about the prequel trilogy tonight. Well, for us tonight. But we're going to talk about the prequel trilogy. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of shit about it. But I guess with that, go ahead and sit back, pop some popcorn, and enjoy this extra salty, buttery bag of nerdiness.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be salty when we get to Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole fucking tin of popcorn.
Oh, look at that! That was not arranged at all whatsoever.
Didn't expect that.
That's pretty funny though that you're talking about salty, because I joined the low sodium Cyberpunk Reddit thread.
The low sodium.
I love that.
Oh man. But yeah, so how is we're gonna get to that here in just a second. How has everybody been the last couple weeks?
I just stand out in the cold today because nobody told me that orchestra practice was canceled.
Oh, are you standing out waiting for the bus?
No, not the bus. I was just standing outside the building. The building was locked. And I was like,
God.
hello?
It sucks.
She stood outside like with her trumpet like, it's cold.
It was cold and nobody was answering me. And
You
I
should
was
have
like,
pulled it out and started playing taps.
But the tuba player was there with me. You know, we were both like, what's going on? And nobody
Socially
told
distance,
us.
of course.
It's just you two.
Yeah, it was just us two.
You are the orchestra. You two.
And nobody told us that orchestra was canceled tonight. So anyway,
Somebody dropped the ball on that.
yeah, that was my night so far. Besides Cyberpunk, so
Okay. So yeah, how have you been, Chris, the last couple weeks? Everything's been good, right?
Yeah, I guess.
For the most part.
Yeah. I'm almost done with school, so
woo.
Sweet.
yippee.
Yay. All right, well, we'll ask Jake in a few minutes. He'll be back in just a second. He's got some baby stuff to do. But yeah, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and address what happened the last couple weeks. So first of all, our issues started about 3 weeks ago. We recorded what would have been our newest episode at that point. It was me, Chris, and Cheyenne. Jake wasn't able to make it for that one, but we recorded it. We had a really great episode planned, and it went really well. But it was we talked about the Game Award nominees and who we thought we would win each category and stuff like that. Had a really good episode, and then I went to edit it and publish it the next day, and found out that I guess my gain was too loud or something was going on with my mic, and every time I spoke, it was completely inaudible, like there was a nuke going off in my mic. It was unsalvageable. It was awful.
It was painful to listen to.
It was.
The entire audio track was destroyed. So we're going to stop being super cheap, and just all I've been doing is being super lazy and recording it on Streamlabs on one giant audio file. So we're finally gonna step up and do it the right way. And record separate audio files. So I will have a backup. We're still gonna record it on Streamlabs, but we're also recording it on Zoom. So hopefully that will work.
Little safety net.
Yeah, a little safety net. We're also gonna try to get a few weeks ahead. So if anything like that happens, we can release another episode anyway.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to just not have an episode for a week or whatever.
Like professional podcasters.
Yeah, like professional podcasters that we are. But yeah, so with that said, that sucked. And then that week, the day before we were going to record the next episode, which would have been about 2 weeks ago today, my my computer basically died. I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just, doing whatever, chilling, closed it, left for a couple hours, came back. My computer had restarted, somehow. Also, I got to put the timer on so we don't go over. I forgot to do the timer. Fuck. Sorry, where was I? So my computer died, came back, computer had restarted. Super weird. I was like, okay. So I just log on, I put on YouTube TV to watch the football game, and it basically ends up freezing and force restarts itself. So again, that was a little bit weird. So I restarted it and tried again. And this time I pulled up the performance stats so that I could see if anything glaring was happening. Pulled it up, did the exact same thing, went to YouTube TV, pulled up the football game, and just YouTube TV had my processor's usage at like 40%, which is insane. Because right now my CPU total using Zoom and recording, it's only taking up 11%. So just watching YouTube TV was taking up 40%. And that was automatically a red flag. And then I gave it a couple seconds. It kept running. And then the usage just shot up to 100%, and it crashed again. So I went on and troubleshooted a bunch of stuff, restarted it a ton. Every time I restarted it, it crashed faster and faster and faster, until eventually I was like, well, it must be some kind of virus or something like that. Like, I went through a bunch of different steps. So I'm sure anyone that wants to comment can go ahead and tell me about all the things that I did or didn't do. But trust me, Chris was on the Discord. I was troubleshooting it for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. It must be a virus. So I tried to wipe it, and in the middle of wiping, it just crashed again and never finished. And that was the last time I was ever the last time I was ever able to get into Windows was when I went into safe mode to wipe the computer. And then it just kept. It would boot up and be in the middle of loading, and it would crash again and crash and just keep force restarting it. Took it to my buddy who helped me build it, and he was absolutely stumped completely. Like, He had no idea what was going on with it. So, and then I had to check it into Geek Squad last Saturday. It took them 3 days to call me and be like, "Hey, we think it's the motherboard. We're going to try to replace the motherboard." They did that. Didn't work. And then they called me about 3 days later and said, we've tried literally everything. We're pretty sure that your processor and your motherboard are bad. Something's happened to them. They changed it out and put it back together, and it worked. So I do have a brand new motherboard, a totally different one, but I do have a new processor that's the same one. But I have my processor and my old motherboard in a box right there, so I'm going to try to send those out and get them repaired or replaced so I can have some good backups. But yeah, so that's what happened. Finally got it back yesterday after a week of it being at Best Buy.
You mean they almost put it back together?
Oh yeah, that's right. They did almost put it back together, and then I had to go in and plug in my 3 terabyte hard drive because it wasn't plugged in.
Wow.
And I had to look at my I had to look on my motherboard and try to find the SATA port, which is the input for the input for that hard drive into the motherboard, and it's like fucking hidden. It was super hard to find for me with a new motherboard because I hadn't even seen it. So yeah, that took me about 30 minutes just looking, like taking both panels off the side of my PC to find it. So, but we're good to go now. Everything's good. It's
How bizarre.
Yeah.
Was it like a power
super
surge
crazy.
or something that?
They had
that
no
did
idea.
that?
No idea. They think that's what happened, but it could have been overloaded.
Did you pour water down the back of it?
No, I
Did
didn't.
you do vape smoke into it?
Damn it, you got me. Yeah, I vaped right into that bitch. But yeah, so sorry, we haven't had an episode for about 3 weeks, but that's why. So
That shit happens.
We're back now.
shit happens, yeah, exactly. So that's why we're gonna try to get a couple episodes ahead now. So when you
And like
listen
I
to
was-
them, they might not be as synced up as normal. But what was that? Jake?
Like I said earlier, it was kind of a blessing for me on my part. Like it's real. I'm really sorry and upset that your computer was busted. That's not a win in any column. But
Yeah, it's another $500 down the drain.
I just stopped working 6 days, 12 hours a week, or
6 days, 12 hours a week. Damn, dude. 2 hours,
12
2 hour
hours.
shifts.
12 hours a day, 6 hour or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
His brain
12 hours
is
a
fried.
week, 6 hours a day. God damn it.
12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
There
Fried
you
his
go.
brain.
There you go. It fucked me hard. This is
I
the
can
first full
tell.
week. This is the first full weekend I've had in like
Jesus.
3 weeks. So it would have been a nightmare for me to try.
Oh
and
my God.
Guys,
Bored
guys,
with you
take it
guys.
easy. Take it easy on Jake. He's got 2 brain cells left.
Oh,
I
man.
know. Holy shit. Man,
Especially
that was awesome.
especially working with all the seasonals that didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So God, it was bad. Had to constantly fix all their problems.
Nah, that's
It was-
worthless seasonals.
Worthless.
That's how I feel at work too, actually, kind of.
A worthless
but-
seasonal.
No, yeah. I'm a worthless seasonal that's been there for over a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, all
I
right.
just forgot to
Let's talk
fire
about Cyberpunk for a few minutes before we move on. We have to
Can I
kind of
start?
so in a second. We had an awesome schedule worked out, by the way. We were finally starting to get our shit really together and like work out scheduling and stuff like that for when we wanted to record and stuff ahead of time, because more than likely it was just can we record tonight? Yeah, sure. What are we gonna do? We'll talk about this. So the day before my audio fucked up and all this computer shit happened, we put together a December into January schedule that immediately had to get thrown away because of all this bullshit. So we're actually combining two. We were gonna do a Cyberpunk and something else, which we'll save for later, and we were gonna do Star Wars like all month in December. Unfortunately, we missed the first week, but we're gonna do prequels this week. Next week, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the original trilogy and record a Christmas special for you guys, talking about Christmas movies. And then
Hell yeah.
by the last week in December, we'll have the sequel trilogy podcast, and then we're gonna do our Nerdy as Hell awards the first week of January.
All right.
That's just when they're gonna be out. That's when they're gonna come out, not necessarily when we
Sweet.
record them. But yes. So we're gonna, of course, the most important award show of the year. Don't miss it. So all right, yes, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is out. It is today.
Cyberpunk what?
The 13th.
Cyberpunk 2077 is out.
Thank you.
Today is what's today?
The
December
13th.
the 13th.
Today is the 13th. Came out last Thursday on the 10th. And Jake said he wanted to start.
Yeah, I heard on previous gen consoles everything looks like Roblox.
Yeah,
That's not true.
that was gonna be my first thing was So as of right now, the
Oh,
performance
they're not getting the game for a
on
while.
day one Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4s is pretty bad.
It wasn't
Yeah.
great, but it wasn't Roblox.
I'm just saying that that's what they were making the jokes comparing it to. But I will preface by saying that I haven't gotten the game and I don't plan on getting the game for a while.
Let them work out all the bugs.
Yeah, you haven't finished Witcher 3 yet, so
I know I got an hour into it and haven't
Yeah.
played since because life went to hell.
yeah.
Mm.
But now you have money.
I do have my
Uh-oh.
Matt, you keep freezing.
I know, I saw
Yeah.
that just now. What the fuck?
That's the second
So
time.
it told me a second ago my internet connection was unstable.
It's freaking out.
Well, stabilize it.
I know, I'm trying.
So Chris, you don't have 2077 either?
No, I don't. But I want to make sure that my PC could handle it, that it wouldn't burn my house down.
And
if
you
I
can
try to
always
play
run
it.
it on lower settings.
I
What's
didn't
the
hear
fun
you
in
just
that?
say that. I did not just hear that.
I was about to say,
Anyway.
what's the fun of that, man? Shit.
I want to upgrade
I
my
mean-
PC anyway eventually, but because it needs
Okay.
it.
Okay, well, all right, yeah. So what I was going to say, yeah. So Xbox One and PS4 performance, like the day one versions of the console, is pretty abysmal. You're finding a lot of glitches and a ton of frame drops.
Yep.
So I didn't know when I was going to get my computer back, so I bought it on Thursday for my Xbox One X. Cheyenne has it for her day one PS4, so we'll talk about our experiences here in a second. But so for me, on the Xbox, it is it looks okay. It's not amazing looking, but the frame drops really kill me because every time you get in a car or every time I drive anywhere or whatever, it is woo.
The
It's like
frame.
10, 15 frames. It's bad. It's really bad. And it's probably crashed for me on my Xbox One. And the Xbox One X is the best Xbox One, by the way. So this isn't even on day one Xbox One. It's crashed probably 5 or 6 times over the 2 days that I played it, because I played it on Thursday. So Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday I played it. Probably crashed about 6 or 7 times. I got through the prologue and a little bit further, but not much farther. And then I downloaded it and played it last night on my PC once I bought it for PC and downloaded it on there once I got it running again. And but we'll get to the PC performance. Cheyenne, what's your experience on the PlayStation? And this is a day one PlayStation, correct? Like not
Yeah.
a Slim or a PS4 Pro?
No, it's day
Okay.
one PlayStation 4. Well, I mean, a lot of it matches up with what you were saying. Every time I get in the car, the frames drop. And I've had several crashes, even though they've done the hot fix on it.
Yeah.
My game
I have
still
not played it on the
crashes.
Xbox since the hotfix. Well, there actually isn't one for the Xbox yet. It's only
Okay,
for PC.
yeah, it was just for
PS4.
PS4 and PC, but it crashed a lot day one for me. And I don't know, like 2 or 3 times I had to restart it, and I was like, oh Lord, please let me live through the tutorial at least, not have to restart completely. And then ever since the hotfix came out, it's been doing better, but I was playing it this afternoon and it already crashed on me. The frames just drop and then it shuts down. Like, and there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do. It's just, like I was just turning,
Yeah,
you know.
And especially
wasn't
in the city, it's bad.
Oh, I was in Lizzie's bar and
Okay, yeah,
all I did was like turn my head and it crashed. And I was like, well,
yeah,
all the other times it crashed, I was in the car. So I thought it couldn't handle the driving aspect of it. But so it's still having some issues. Day one, I looked at a piece of bubble gum, and the information about the bubble gum stayed up the whole time. In the corner of my screen, it's just sitting here like, bubble gum, it's worthless. Thank you. And I'm like, so it's ruining like the the cutscenes. Like it's on characters' faces.
I haven't had any of those.
It's just sitting there. So that was really annoying. But so far, that's the only problems I've had. I don't think it looks bad. It's not like the high quality like 4K, because it's not a 4K PlayStation or anything like that. But it looks better than GTA 5. So
yeah, that's true.
It looks really good.
But yeah, that was a great segue, actually. Speaking of GTA, which I'm sure we've all played. I don't know how much time Jake has spent on it. Probably not much, but
not too much.
The three of us, Chris and Cheyenne and I, have played. I've played it to death. We just we can't play it anymore for more than 30 minutes before we're like, yeah, because how much we played it.
We just made ourselves sick on it.
Yeah. When that game launched for the 360, it was in the exact same position. It came out a couple months before Xbox One and PS4 on the last gen hardware, and it had been in development for probably 5 or 6 years, so probably almost the entire existence of that console. Very similar to Cyberpunk, which was announced in 2013. So they've been basically working on it since the launch of Xbox One and PS4, and it came out technically after this gen had ended. Technically, because the Series X and the PS5 were already out by the time this game came out. So, when GTA 5 came out, there was a lot of glitches. The frame rate still isn't even great on Xbox One. That's on Xbox One, but on 360 it was bad. Like, especially when you're on Hollywood Boulevard there, in front of the Chinese theater and stuff like that. For some reason, that road, the frames are terrible. And do you guys remember GTA Online, that fiasco?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being an ordeal yet.
Oh my God. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but it came out about 2 or 3 weeks, I think it came out about 2 or 3 weeks after GTA 5 actually came out. And it was broken. It was absolutely broken. The first 2 or 3 weeks it was out. Oh my God.
It was
unplayable.
unplayable.
It was absolutely, completely unplayable. So people forget, it'll be fine. Cyberpunk will go down, probably, I'm still sure, as a really great game. Because from what I've actually played, it is really good still. So if you take all the glitches and all that stuff, Cheyenne, are you enjoying it at least?
Yes, I was about to say, I absolutely love it. Even with the glitches and stuff, it's still very playable and very enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far into any spoilers or anything. I will say, on my PC, it looks way better. Chris was watching me stream a little bit of the prologue last night. The performance was way better on my PC than it was on my Xbox, and it looks way better. So if you can, the definitive way to play Cyberpunk right now is either on PC or on next-gen consoles. Don't buy it. Don't buy it yet for last-gen consoles. Just don't do it. Just wait till it goes on sale or wait until you upgrade. But yeah, so I'm also really enjoying it. The story is really good. The thing that I like, honestly, the most so far, because I'm not too far into the story. Like I said, on my Xbox, I did finish the prologue. My internet connection is unstable again, so I might glitch. Sorry. I don't know why it's being a piece of shit, but I think the story is good so far. But the biggest thing for me is the environment. Like when you go into the clubs and you're in there, and you're talking to people with the story, and it's like the environment is really, really, really immersive. I really like that. I like the just the feel of everything is really cool. I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot, but I don't have really a whole lot more to say other than that, really. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil any story beats or anything.
Can we talk about the genitalia customization?
Yes.
Oh, I guess we could.
Sure.
How schlong can you make your schlong go?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it's really not like that deep.
Yeah, no, it's really not. I don't know. You click small default or big for
That's it.
women's breast size or penis size.
Oh, there's no sliders?
no.
Damn.
You can make it penis 1 is uncircumcised though.
I was about to say, is there uncircumcised and circumcised?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Chris told me something interesting last night about that.
I saw on Reddit that apparently if you choose the uncircumcised option, other characters will make fun of you and it'll lock you out of certain relationship options. And, like people won't want to fuck with you because they're like, you're uncircumcised? What?
That's
Also-
so weird to me, seeing as though the
And-
majority of the world is uncircumcised.
Yeah, like there was a lot of complaints on that. They were like, no one ever.
It's funny
Like
too
that with
because
me.
like where this game is developed, you would think that it should be the other way around, right? Seeing as though it's developed in Eastern Europe, but I don't know. Whatever.
So if there's other people out there like me though, you can turn genitals
Yeah,
off.
females, yeah,
No,
or
you can
whatever,
turn-
whatever. Sorry, yeah. You can have genitals. You can have no genitals.
You can be a
Or
Barbie
you can
doll
have-
if you want.
Or you could just be
Yeah.
a smoothie? Ew,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Or you can customize. I think on the women, besides the boobs, you just customize the pubic hair, right?
Yes. You can also adjust nipple size.
Nice.
You can have really tiny, like dime-sized ones, normal ones, or like saucer plates,
Or none at all.
or none.
Yeah, or none.
You can literally
just
have giant tits and no nipples.
You can
That's
have
weird.
all the genitals
Yes.
off if it makes you uncomfortable. Okay, guys.
It's true.
But you
If
can't
for
have
some reason nipples make
dicks
you
for
uncomfortable.
breasts or something. Can't do that.
That would be
Should.
funny.
But your quote unquote gender, like what your pronouns are based on your voice. So you could make your character look all like a woman, like tits and vagina and everything, but have a deep voice and you'll be a man.
One thing I think is
Or
funny is the ads.
his or whatever. What'd you
Yeah,
say?
The
you can-
in-game ads are funny.
Yes.
Like around the
in-game ads are
elevator.
ridiculous. Oh my god.
Like
It's very
they're all-
GTA-esque.
yes.
Mhm.
It's very everything is all gender bendery and it's
Yeah. That's
phallic.
fine. Whatever.
silly.
That's cyberpunk as fuck though.
Yeah, it is. It's silly.
It is. But yeah, all right. That's really all we need to talk about Cyberpunk. So far, yes,
Yeah.
it's been a rocky launch. I'm sure it'll be fine. The actual
say, what-
game is really, really good. Once you can get through, once the glitches and stuff get ironed out, if you're kind of scared to feel like you wasted your money now, whatever, I guess. I get the wait until it's fixed thing. It's like, I mean, do glitch like a glitch like unless it just never ever gets fixed, glitches have never ruined a game for me. Like I will never play this game ever again. For me, like I don't know,
Yeah.
but whatever, it's fine. People get way too uptight about like things that are floating. Like you get something that's in somebody's hand. Like I was talking to one of the characters and he was using chopsticks to eat. And when he put the thing down, the chopsticks were just floating in the air. And like people are like bitching about that. I'm like, who fucking cares? It'll get fixed.
I know they can't ship out a perfect.
Yes, they can. God damn it, they can.
Exactly.
That's yeah. So people have no idea what kind of effort goes into making games. Are the people that are really bitching the most? They're like, this is unacceptable. What it looks like, and they act like CD Projekt Red straight up is like lying to people about how the game was going to be on last gen consoles. When every single game you ever see that's going to be developed for like two different consoles, every generation, they're going to record it and all the promo material on the best looking version.
Yeah, it literally.
It's called
says-
marketing.
Yeah. That's why all those disclaimers, especially say like
yeah, exactly.
not actual game footage.
Yes. And when you see game trailers that say captured in engine, that means nothing. That means literally nothing. That means it doesn't reflect anything about what the game will actually look like in the future. So honestly, it will be fine. Once the glitches get ironed out, it'll be fine. Honestly. But yeah. So Chris stepped away for a second, so we can kind of spitball here for a second. But I guess so. Jake, like when do you think you'll buy it or you'll get it?
When do I think I'll get it?
Yeah.
It's all platform, right? It's multi-platform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Or
on
is it
everything.
only X? Okay.
No, it's on everything.
Well, my thing is, I'm gonna buy an Xbox before I buy a. Whenever I wind up buying my Xbox, it'll probably be one of the first games I buy for it. Even though I genuinely have no idea what the game is even supposed to be about.
Me either.
So all I know is that Keanu Reeves is in it, and it's supposed to be in the future, and it's
How far in the future? Do you know? Do you know when?
about 57 years.
Okay.
So according to that game, we have a lot of progress to make in the next 50 years.
Mhm.
Well, mild spoiler, but Keanu Reeves' character is from 2025 or something.
2023.
2023, and he already has a robot arm.
Yeah, I just played that part.
Yeah. So
we got a lot to do in 3 years.
yeah.
Son of a
Found that
bitch, all
interesting.
right.
But yeah, all right, let's move on. So we got about an hour left to talk about these 3 movies. I think we can do it. All right, so we're going to talk about the Star Wars prequels. God damn
Whatever
it.
I was gonna say, whatever you just said didn't come through.
You don't understand why it's being a piece of shit. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to talk about the Star Wars prequels, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. I'm going to assume everyone listening has already seen them. If you haven't, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen these old ass movies, sorry.
God, yeah, old ass. Didn't episode 1 come out in 99?
Episode 1 came out in 99. It's 21. It's old enough to drink.
That movie's old enough to have a beer.
Yeah. So.
And it's gonna need one.
Yeah. It's gonna...
Okay. Yeah. So what I want to do is we're just gonna free flow about episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. I do have some bullet points for a couple of them that I want to talk about, that I'll try to bring up as organically as possible. But yeah, we're going to talk about them separately at first, and then as a whole, the whole trilogy, how it worked, whether it, if it worked well, if the movies were, I don't know, whatever. And then we're going to talk about the good things and the bad things and how we could change it to make it better, or if it was perfect the way it is. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, because that's a tough order.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh,
if anybody hasn't seen that review, you gotta watch it. Fucking, oh man, god damn it, what is that review?
It's on YouTube. I don't remember the guy's.
It's on YouTube.
Channel.
Is like the thumbnail of a gross...
Yeah, Mr. Fuck, it's Red Letter Media.
Is like the thumbnail the guy who's talking is supposed to look like this gross
yeah, he's like gross fat dude. Yeah,
I've seen all those. Yeah. The Phantom Menace. Holy shit! Can we start about the hype over the Phantom Menace?
Yeah, go ahead. You start wherever you want. I'm trying to look up.
Let's see. 99. I was 6 years old. I was 6 years
Wow,
old.
you old piece of shit.
When the Phantom Menace was getting hyped and getting ready to release. I'll be honest, I had no idea what the hype was for. All I know is that my parents were hype as shit. I had this awesome gray t-shirt that had the Star Wars logo, a bunch of stripes on it. And go ahead.
Just if you want to see this hilarious review, it's a 7-part review. Red Letter Media, just say Red Letter Media Star Wars Episode 1 review. That's it. Go ahead.
I had this shirt. It had the big ass Star Wars logo on like an oval, and had all these stripes lines on it. And within the striped lines, you could see the words Episode 1. And I think the coolest part about it was on my left sleeve, there was like a legitimate rubber Star Wars Episode 1 seal on it. It was on my shirt.
Really cool.
Damn.
And I had that shirt for years, and I don't know where it is now. It's probably somewhere folded up. My mom kept a lot of our kids' clothes.
It probably doesn't fit.
Not for me, for Miles.
No, I don't know. He's pretty tiny.
Yeah. I
thought about getting him a little a kid's XX Sonic sweatshirt for Christmas.
I can wear Old Navy kids XL Sonic shirts.
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyways, I don't remember going and seeing it in theaters.
I don't
No.
either.
I did.
I know I did, but I don't remember going to see it in theaters. Strangely enough, I remember seeing Rush Hour, the first one, more than I do seeing Episode 1, which was, I think, before
We waited in
Star Wars
line.
came out.
It was the first time I'd ever waited in a long line, like at a theater for a release, and it went all the way outside the theater into the parking lot. And I just remember seeing grown men in robes with lightsabers, and like,
And being like, that's awesome.
yeah, I was like, oh, sweet, I get that to look forward to. And, and it was annoying though in the theater because like when it's like da, 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 and then they were like "Grr," and the screaming didn't stop until the
Go ahead.
first scene when they come into when they land on the fucking ship and you see the Obi-Wan and fucking
Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon standing there.
Dude,
Yeah, the
Oh my
screaming didn't fucking stop, and I remember being like, are they ever gonna stop?
Have you seen that Vine? I think it was when The Force Awakens comes out,
It was just
And
like
this-
that shit, dude.
and the dude
Yeah.
was filming it. He was filming for the opening sound
The
boom.
opening crawl.
Yeah, and all you hear is him say, "Turn your fucking flash off." Bam!
Yes. And then they had those light up lightsabers that when you swing them, they go like.
Oh, dude, I had
Oh,
a
wow.
shit ton of those.
And those
I
Those were
still do. They're
obnoxious.
put away, but I have a
in the theater,
fucking buttload of them.
they're so annoying in the theater though. God
I'm
damn it.
sure.
Cheyenne,
It's like
early memories of episode 1.
I don't remember a lot. I don't think that if we did go to the theater, I don't remember. My dad's a super Star Wars fan though, so we probably did.
Yeah, I don't remember going to the theater for this.
But what I
I-
do remember is my dad had this book, and I think I actually still have it somewhere upstairs. But it's like it was kind of like I don't know, like an encyclopedia, but like a Wikipedia page, but in a physical book.
It's like a coffee table book with like
Yeah,
concept art.
Yeah, it's
But it
like,
was-
yeah, I know
I
exactly
have
what you're
one of
talking
those
about.
now.
They have
Me
a
too.
bunch
Yeah.
of those. It's like a white cover book. It has, it's
Yes.
like, yeah.
Yeah, and it says like, so it has like Queen Amidala on the front.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and then you
yeah.
open it and it like tells you about. I remember I'd ask my dad for that all the time when we were at home. I'd be like, Dad, can I look at the book? Dad,
Me too.
Dad, can I look at the book? Dad, you know, and he'd be like,
No.
Cheyenne, look at the book. Just don't mess it up, because he was afraid that I was gonna like tear it up.
Take
I mean,
a
I
shit
was-
on it like a
yeah,
kid.
I was like 6 or 7 years old, you know, and he was like, I just remember I just wanted to read that book. I was desperate to read that book. But then I do feel like I don't remember the first time that I watched the movies like in theater or at home or whatever, but I do feel like nostalgia for them because I feel like I grew up with them because I feel like we watched them all the time when I was a kid. So I remember the movies very well because of that, because
Yeah.
of growing up with them basically, but I don't remember the hype.
I 100% agree with you, Cheyenne. I remember more so memories of it. It is very much
Yes.
more nostalgic to me.
Oh, that's
I have-
yeah. That's all it is for me.
Mhm.
I have more memories of that stupid shirt. That's why I started with it.
Yeah.
Of things I did with that shirt
Yes.
on. Because I know for a fact we were living in Las Vegas. We used to go and eat at the casino buffets all the time. I remember standing in multiple lines wearing that T-shirt, going to school in it.
All right. We do need to talk about the movie at some point.
Seriously.
While I do appreciate all of this.
I was gonna segue into what I remember from the movie. I mean, I've watched it
Okay.
recently, but the parts that I remember from being a kid is we're allowed to talk about spoilers, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
100%.
god, yes.
Yes. Spoiler
This
alert.
movie is 21 years old.
Well, okay, so I remember Darth Maul mostly because Darth Maul
What?
was my dad's
Spoiler.
my dad's favorite character. Okay,
Oh,
and then the
what
scene
a
that
character.
the scene that sticks out the most for me is when Qui-Gon dies. Like,
Of course.
I don't know why. Well, I guess I
Stabbed in
do
the
know why,
stomach,
because
like,
it was yeah. So it was
Yeah.
super emotional for me as a kid because I liked Qui-Gon, and so that's the scenes that really stuck with me. And then watching it What scenes stuck with you guys? I should say before we
What
go into like
scenes?
now.
Oh, pod racing. Now this is pod racing. First and foremost, of course.
All right, so I lied. I wasn't actually 6 yet when the movie came out.
You lying piece of shit.
I was going to turn 6 that year, but it came out in May, so I wasn't 6. But I do remember that pod racing scene, and it did not bother me. Like, I legitimately was like, "This is fucking sweet."
Of course, yeah. Because, all right, let's get something out of the way real fast. We can all agree that episode 1, 2, and 3 were made for toys, right? And video games.
Yeah.
At least episode 1.
At least episode 1.
That's the only reason why pod racing is in it, right? Because other than that, it's fucking stupid.
But pod racing was cool.
No, what did you say? There was a word in there you said.
It was cool.
Wait,
was
cool.
Was
cool.
Yeah.
Was cool.
When we
That
were
is the key
kids, it was
word.
hella
Thank
cool.
you. There it is. Yes.
Well-
Was cool.
On this same topic of it was cool and it was supposed to be cool. Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
He wasn't. He was supposed to be funny.
Okay,
was-
but as
he
a
was-
as a
as a
5-6-year-old,
6-year-old,
he was funny.
He was the best thing in that movie.
He's
Oh
always
my
stepping
God.
in shit and
Yeah.
like
Because
tasing
the-
himself in the mouth and going
Exactly, because the rest of it was all politics and
boring. The first thing I want to say about this movie, this is by far
slow.
the most boring Star Wars movie in existence. If the
Yeah.
pod racing scene did not exist in this movie, oh my fuck, dude. I could fall asleep to this movie as a 26-year-old man.
There's like
It's-
3 scenes that are like, oh, you know, pod racing, the end fight,
Of
and
course.
Jar Jar Binks is dumb stuff that he does.
This movie is so goddamn boring.
I mean,
And-
I think the Simpsons
Oh.
even ripped on it when it first came out. Like they ripped on it hard. Like Bart. I remember watching an episode of Simpsons where Bart goes and sees episode 1 in theaters, and it's nothing but them doing like attendance in that big ass meeting hall that they have.
at the Senate.
Yeah, at the Senate. So I was like, yeah, I mean, As
trades and treaties and viceroy
and I want to be the Grand Chancellor and
Oh no, Chancellor Valorum, you suck.
I invoke the right of a vote of no confidence.
Naboo, we need help.
It's nothing but
That's the
politics
movie!
and
It's so
training
boring!
and trade and boring bullshit. Like
It's so boring. It's like that. It's so funny.
there's
because
always a bigger
when you-
fish.
Yeah. Oh my god. And the one-liners in this movie, dude. Fuck.
No, we can't get to one-liners until we get to 3.
Oh.
Fair.
3 is
Oh,
the
man.
king of the one-liners.
Oh man.
Because
But
they just
yeah,
wanted it
so-
over with at that point.
Let's start with the good, okay? Let's start with the good though. Let's
I
dive
got
into the
so
movie.
much bad though. Oh, I can't.
Back
Okay,
it.
the
That's why we're
good-
gonna start with the good. All right.
The
What
good-
was good in this movie?
Pod racing.
Looking back at it now as a grown ass man, what is good at the movie? We're not talking about
Pod racing.
kids. We're just what is good now?
Pod racing and
Obi-Wan.
the fight with Darth Maul and seeing Obi-Wan as a Padawan.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
feel like what was good about that fight with Darth Maul was that we were all, at least I was, pretty connected to Qui-Gon as like
Yeah,
a.
he's
as, like,
basically
a
the main
mentor.
character of this movie.
Yeah, I
Qui-Gon
mean,
Jinn is
and
basically the main
looking
character
up,
of episode 1.
you're looking up to him like
If
Obi-Wan is, you know, and then he dies, and it's like,
And Darth Maul had the high ground, by the way.
That's where Obi-Wan learned.
He was like, boom,
I-
30-foot
Liam, how did he
backflip.
learn when he had the low ground and he won?
No, that's when he realized, like, oh shit, I got to be on the high ground from now on.
Darth Maul was like, did he really just do that? And he gets cut right in half.
Can I talk about that scene real quick? That scene still haunts me. Seeing like when I watch Darth Maul fall while he's cut in half and his eyes are widened out while he's falling and wailing, it still creeps me out. It still gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why. It
Okay.
freaked me out as a kid and it still freaks me out now.
but
I
I
always
think
thought it
that's
was weird
really
how
good.
the only blood spray in the entire series is when he gets cut in half.
Missed.
And that's the only time you ever see a blood spray
It
ever.
makes sense though.
Does it?
Yes, it
It
does.
cauterizes it. It cauterizes everything instantly.
Exactly, but there's
White
still going to
hot.
be a sizzle.
No, there won't.
Yes,
There
there
might
will
be a sizzle, but it's literally a blood spray, like of blood when he gets cut in half.
I think it makes sense.
It doesn't.
It just
but okay.
illustrates he was wounded. Like you're
Yeah.
seeing the shot
But
from here
I'm
up.
just saying that in the entire through. I mean,
I
there's no
have the
blood
noise that Darth Maul makes
and he's
engraved
like,
in my head.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
But he's such a
And the
badass
music's
like
like
choreography,
boop, 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 boop.
fighting
we go
both
ahead.
Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan at the same time in the fucking hangar. But then in that scene, he forgets everything. He's just like, time to get cut in half. All right.
Can we all agree Darth Maul is the most mistreated villain, at least in the
Yeah.
movies?
Yeah,
I haven't finished all of
that's
Clone
why I
Wars.
almost
haven't
laughed
finished
when
all of
Cheyenne
Rebels.
said that her dad's favorite character was Darth
Well,
Maul.
I mean,
was
like in the first move, like in the Phantom Menace, like he loved Darth Maul and the way that Darth Maul
Me too.
looked.
He's
he was awesome.
badass. He's
my
great
favorite character
design.
because look at him.
Exactly.
I mean, he's a great character design. He has awesome fighting skills, a
Toys.
double-bladed
Yeah.
Toys.
lightsaber.
I'm not saying that's his favorite character overall. I'm
I know.
just saying in the
I know.
Phantom
I know.
Menace, like,
I was
that's-
just laughing.
I
He's
remember
always-
that being, but yeah, the double-bladed lightsaber, like
The choreography alone with him fighting was incredible.
I
It was.
I roll my eyes at at that now because it's so choreographed. It's so ridiculous.
I mean, it
And
has
that's
to
the
be
kid
in.
cheesy,
seeing it the first time.
dude.
You're like, holy
But
shit.
It
it's
has to
the-
be in the world of Star Wars because at that time, that's when the Jedi and the Sith were at their peak. You know, they
Mhm.
knew all
Not
these
then.
combos,
The Sith
Not
hadn't
then.
existed for hundreds of years until at that point.
but still, they knew all the proper techniques, the codes. When we see people like this is getting into further trilogies, but when you get into like the original trilogy and the sequels, it's just raw emotion fighting. Like, sure, there's some kind of technique
know.
in their defense, but this is them at their peak, knowing all their Jedi training and all their Jedi moves.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just
I
saying the
loved it.
choreography to me is cheesy as fuck. It's so cheesy.
but it's also an
I'll take the
older-
emotional
Emotional
fighting
hacking and
styles,
slashing.
hacking
Yes,
and slashing
absolutely.
of episodes 5 and
5 through 9.
then yeah, I'll take that. I'm sorry. Just like the
Or 4 through
choreography
9.
in this, it's only one upped by the choreography in episode 3.
Mm.
It gets oh man, we'll get to that in a few minutes. But yeah, anyway, all right. There's anything else good because I'm gonna go ahead and throw out Duel of the Fates is the best part of this movie.
Fucking love
Oh
that
my
song.
God! Yes,
That's the best part of the whole movie. Is
It has- it
that's
has
the whole fucking that's the best part.
transcended time and just
Yes.
become.
It's literally
it
it's
is-
probably transcended time and space. Let's be honest.
It's badass. Like
It's such a great song. I
John
listen to it
Williams
on
is
a
a
regular.
fucking god.
Yeah, he is. He is,
well
and
done.
I believe this is kind of off topic. I believe Hans Zimmer's is the John
That's a
Williams
different
of our
show.
time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyways, yeah, Duel of the Fates is just one of those songs that I could just listen to for fun.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
And
just on your
And
playlist.
anytime you're doing something awesome, you're like you sing it to yourself like dun 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 dun. Anytime you're
Can-
playing anything, and you're like, oh yeah.
can I
Yeah.
sidebar for just a
Makes
second?
everything epic.
I feel that way about the Mandalorian theme song. I have that on my Spotify playlist when I'm at work. And as soon as that song comes on, as soon as I hear the woo, 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 I'm like, oh, whoa.
It awakens something primal.
I don't agree with that, but that's fine. I still think it's funny.
love it. I love the Mando's theme.
Oh man. But all right, I got a couple things. Midichlorians. We're gonna start with bad.
Midichlorians.
Here we go.
That's-
Midichlorians is number 1 on my
Midichlorians.
bad list.
Stupidest bullshit I've ever heard of.
They tried.
They just
No, they
kill
shouldn't have.
the point of the force.
They shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
That every living being has it. Now they're like, oh, he's got midichlorians, therefore.
Midichlorians is to Star Wars what power levels are to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's no point. It's stupid, and it makes no sense, and it's constantly thrown out the window anyway. Like regardless.
Because besides the Phantom Menace, you never hear them talk about midichlorians again.
yeah, because it was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fans immediately rejected that.
I'm pretty sure they mention it in the sequel trilogy just because they have to. I feel like.
I don't know.
Or something like that. No, didn't they in Rise of Skywalker? Or one of the ones that J.J. Abrams did, he was like, yeah, fucking midichlorians, who cares? It was like some passing thing that I was like, yes, J.J.
Yeah, probably. I can see that happening.
I can't
I was
remember.
about to say, I
exactly what it is,
vaguely remember that, but I couldn't tell you what was said.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the sequel trilogy in its entirety in a hot minute. I should probably catch up on those.
I haven't watched The Last Jedi but one time, so.
I didn't. Well, we're not there. We're not there.
No, we're not there. But yeah, so I think we all agree, right? Midichlorians are stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid.
How frustrating was it in the beginning? Like they start off on the wrong foot with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan when they're cornered on the ship and they were just like super fast away.
Oh, like their Jedi run.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Forced run, forced sprint, and then Obi-Wan couldn't use it at the end.
Exactly.
They get through the ray shields.
Like, you remember all that shit when Qui-Gon's so fucking far and Obi-Wan's like, because he spent 30 minutes dangling on this fucking.
Yeah, that's what I never thought. I never even like considered that. He spent how much time just sitting there? Why didn't he force sprint?
He did it before.
Yeah.
And also, why didn't Qui-Gon just run back to him instead of being like, "Fuck you, Darth Maul"?
Maybe he was just saving his energy.
Oh.
But he had plenty of energy to fight and do everything on the ship anyway.
Yeah.
I like how when they filled the room with poison gas, they were just like,
He also like, how do you know it's poison gas unless you've smelt it enough to die?
Because it's green and that makes
like,
it poison.
It's poison gas. It's poison gas.
They're like, oh shit, green
also,
fog.
like, fucking, yeah, like, that's what you're going to do. They're Jedi on your ship, supposed to be peacefully negotiating a trade agreement for some, and you're just going to poison them. Like, fuck them.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Can I show you one of my favorite parts of the movie?
Yes, do it.
Sir, not the transmission, sir.
He's in the ventilation shaft.
He's in the ventilation, sir.
That show, like rewatching it as an adult, made me realize.
Yeah,
like,
dude, the fucking gun rays and
so
shit,
much
they're so racist. Oh my god, it's so racist.
Or something. I'm like, whoa, reel it in, Lucas.
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
Jar Jar Binks himself, like his mannerisms and like the way he acts and the way the Gungans are, racist.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I also don't like the droids in episode 1.
They're so
but it was fun for kids.
They're screwed.
Again, kids, yeah. All right. Kid Anakin.
Are you an angel?
He loves her.
It's so bad, man. It's so bad.
It doesn't make sense to me how he ages like 10 years.
Yeah.
And Padme doesn't.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't.
She's
age
like 10 years
today.
older than him. She's also a queen.
I guess. No, I'm not going to go there. Never mind.
Yeah, Chris, Chris brought up something interesting earlier when we were talking about this.
Because this is something that's watching it as an adult.
I've never, ever thought of this.
All right. So, you know how Anakin at the end blows up the fucking droid control ship and saves the goddamn planet?
Yeah.
And then at the end, Padme is over here like, what can I ever do to repay you? And he's not like, buy my fucking mom from Watto. Actually, he is. He's like, I want mom. I want my mom. I want my mom. I want my mom, Qui-Gon. I want my mom, Obi-Wan. I want my mom. And then Watto would have sold her because he sold her to that fucking prick that later gets him killed.
Yeah, it's literally a fucking moisture farmer.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like
Lars.
It's like, how do I put this?
She's a queen.
Anakin, it's like if Anakin had not lost his mom like that, if they had just been like, all right, let's go get her. We're right here on the fucking planet. We can just go over there in our spaceship and fucking buy her. Because she's the goddamn queen. She can do that. Watto would have happily done it. Yeah, he would have never been as susceptible to being like tempted by Palpatine.
Yeah, but plot, man. Like I've thought of that. Like all of this would have been saved if he just went back for his mom.
Or how about this? Why is it that Qui-Gon had to get those credits from Watto. Watto's like, they're worthless. Well, find someone else who will do it. If he can do a Jedi mind trick on anybody, but Watto doesn't work on him, find someone it works on then. You're on a fucking planet, dude.
All right, I know. Yeah, all right. I know we kind of like jumped to bad, right? I just want to do one more thing. I think
That's
the
good.
best part about this movie, to me, the best character was Qui-Gon Jinn, and I'm so sad that he died, because the one thing I think that this movie did really, really well was like kind of explain, because so you guys know what a gray Jedi is, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Qui-Gon was very
and
much a gray Jedi.
They
He's
don't
someone
believe- yeah.
that wasn't afraid to use the dark side for good,
Yeah.
or
He had questionable
or
morals.
do questionable moral things that the council didn't necessarily agree with, like fuck with Watto while gambling, gamble a child, gamble a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gambling
Things
He
like
did
that.
take a child. He
But
did take a
he
child.
was the father figure that Anakin needed.
He was. Someone to say like, yes, you can use both this
Yeah.
side and this side, but just keep your
Obi-Wan-
moral code straight, man.
Yeah. Obi-Wan is more of like literally like a brother, right? He says it at the end of episode 3. He
You're
wasn't a
my
father
brother,
figure.
Anakin.
He wasn't a father figure at all.
Yeah,
And the
that's
fact
fair.
that they were paired together really doesn't make any sense. But to be fair, that was the only way. Like, Anakin wasn't going to get trained, and they were like, Obi-Wan, he was like, I'm just going to train him anyway, even if you guys don't. So you might as well just let me do it.
And Yoda's just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, like,
So
okay.
it's all
Oh, yeah.
Obi-Wan's fault.
Yes.
Fucking
All
Obi-Wan.
Actually, yeah. Piece of shit.
He's holding me
Um,
back.
But yeah.
Holding me back.
All right. So yeah, I think we all think this movie sucks, right? As a whole,
Yes.
without nostalgia, right? This movie's bad.
It more so sucks than it is good. I will say that.
Okay.
If you saw it for the first time as an adult, what would you think?
Oh,
What
yeah.
would the verdict be?
If you had it
That
with
would-
no
would be-
nostalgia, didn't know anything about Star Wars and saw this movie, you'd be like, they made 9 of these?
Yeah, you'd be like, why is this?
It's so hard to take nostalgia out of it, though.
Oh, I learned how to take nostalgia out of things
Yeah.
with Sonic
Did you
the
see the
Hedgehog.
Gungans? Like, did you see them?
Okay, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, okay. It's
Okay.
bad. This movie's boring as fuck. It's like it's
they
made for
attack-
children, and then it's made for 90-year-old men in politics also. So I don't even understand. But as much as I would think that Qui-Gon is the main character or Anakin or something like that, there is one point that was made in that review that I recommended. There isn't really a main character in this movie if you think about it.
When earlier when you said Qui-Gon's the main character, I was like, is he?
Yeah, I to
don't
me
even
he
think there
he
is a main
is,
character.
I guess. But
He's
there
the
isn't
closest
really a
thing
main
you can.
character.
He's the closest thing you can pin to a main character
Yeah. Yeah.
because we spend the most camera time with him.
Yes.
And
And Anakin's too fucking stupid to be a main character.
How annoying
Yeah.
is it that Anakin's like a genius and built the pod racer and built C-3PO, but it's that fucking stupid kid that's the one that did?
yep.
I don't know.
I still don't. Yeah, I don't know.
How bad is
I-
his mother for letting him go into this death race when he's like 8?
He can do it. Well, it's he's only that good because the Force shows him how. I mean, like the Force weaves his its will into him and shit. Because he's the chosen one. Which again, another thing, really dumb. It's such a.
They just don't flush that out well.
I hate movies that have the prophecy.
You are inaudible now. I can't hear you at all. Like
I hate movies
there
that
you go.
have the prophecy.
It's just that's
It
just
feels
the
like a
easiest plot thing to write. Prophecy. He's the
It's
chosen one.
written.
He's
in
awesome because he's the
stars.
chosen one, I guess. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's just they don't flush it out well. They don't follow.
No, they
it
never
through.
do. But all right, let's move to episode 2 now.
All right.
Episode 2. This movie.
Was an improvement.
I remember more about episode 2. I remember going to see it.
Me too.
As I still didn't see this in theaters. I don't think either.
I liked the Bug
Yeah.
Coliseum scene. Like, that
Of
weird.
course you did,
green-
because
That weird green thing that's like. Yeah, I had that toy and it was so fucking cool. And
Do
It
you
had
hear
this
what he's
little
saying? Do
compartment.
you hear what he's
Yeah.
saying right now?
Was
This is the
toys.
point. This is the point.
like it had this compartment in it that when it gets cut open, quote unquote, and its guts fall out, That was cool as shit to me.
I also,
Yeah.
Matt, don't remember going to see this in theaters either.
Yeah, the first Star Wars I saw in theaters was Episode 3.
Damn.
No,
So I saw this one in theaters too.
Actually, this is gonna be bad, and this is for the next episode. But the first
I
Star
was gonna
Wars, I
say
remember.
Episode 7
Is that the one?
with Rey, the first one of those.
No. The first one I saw was not the prequel trilogy, but the
The originals.
Rogue One.
yeah, I saw it. They did like a rerun kind of thing, like where they did a classics playback.
Okay,
And
well,
the
that's
one
cool. That's the best
where-
answer.
Where Obi-Wan was like, "I have the high ground." Which one is that? I forgot.
That's Episode 3.
Episode 3. Yeah, that's the one that I saw in theaters. So it is this one.
No, this is Episode 2 we're talking about now.
No, I mean like this episode. I thought it was. the
Oh my
next-
god. Okay. Anyway,
You mixed them
so
together.
Episode 2. Jesus Christ! Before we go on that for like 15 minutes. So yeah, Episode 2. Fuck. I can't think of a single good thing about this movie. The only reason you're really quiet again.
The
You gotta,
Paris
that
scene
thing's
was
gotta
the
be in your
best.
mouth. The only thing that makes this movie for me better than Episode 1 is that it's not as boring. That's the only thing.
I really like Count Dooku.
Me too.
That's fine. You can like Count Dooku. He's not
I
bad.
really liked Count Dooku. I thought he was a good villain because he was a gray villain. He wasn't
Yeah, Christopher Lee is awesome. Anyway,
Sir
so
Christopher Lee.
Sir
No one
Christopher Lee.
could've-
Sorry, I'm not British. So I don't need to say sir.
No one could have done it better.
Mm-mm. And you know
Well,
what? Fun fact. You know how his
I couldn't think
lightsaber
of
is.
who, but yeah.
You
Yes.
know how his lightsaber is like tilted like this.
Yeah.
It's because he had arthritis in his hand, so they built it custom, the hilt custom for him, instead of a standard.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew that.
Great.
That's,
But yeah,
Um,
that's cool. If anyone didn't know that.
that's not.
I really like Count Dooku. I thought he was a good foil for Obi-Wan Kenobi in that movie because Obi-Wan was obviously older and a little bit wiser than the Obi-Wan we knew in Episode 1. And you know, as a whole, let me just say this now, as a whole, Ewan McGregor's portrayal as young Obi-Wan is fantastic. I think that's the best, most consistent thing.
Yeah, he's the best, most consistent actor among all three movies.
Right, I
But
was
he's
about to say,
also the
without
only
your
person that's in all three, other than the Chancellor.
Yeah.
And Yoda and Mace Windu.
I think that Ewan McGregor could not have done a better job as young Obi-Wan.
Yeah, with what he was given, yeah, definitely not. Just sitting there in green fucking rooms trying to act without the other person being in the same room. Yeah,
Exactly. But
they made these movies like it was COVID in 2000, whenever they recorded these. Like, they didn't record unless it was a fight scene. They never like they had. Oh man, you guys, seriously, if anyone, you need to watch documentaries on how these movies were filmed. It's terrible. They would literally just walk in a giant green screen room and be told, that X, that's where you walk to. Then you walk to that X over there. All right, go. Because George
also-
Lucas is a terrible director.
also one of the good things about Episode 2 is we see the Jango Fett origin.
Yeah,
I mean, it is even if it's
I know.
a 10
That's
second
what, I
scene,
know. It's what,
his
I know. We
origin.
see it, but I'm just saying. I'm like, meh. Are you talking about Django or Boba Fett origin?
Boba Fett, excuse me. Boba
Okay,
Fett.
yeah, not needed. It could have hit that dude. Could have been anybody, but we'll throw Boba Fett in there, I guess. That's what. I mean, that's George Lucas. You know,
Always.
we got
their-
fucking
their poetry,
Dexter.
remember? The
Dexter,
movie's
that dude that like talks. That dude with the forearms who's super grisly and disgusting, talking to Obi-Wan or whatever. Dexter, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
That
In the
tells him
diner?
about Camino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another George Lucasism. I just
How frustrating was it? Obi-Wan, not Obi-Wan. Damn it. Anakin and Padme's forced relationship.
yeah, I definitely had that written down.
How
that
frustrating
makes this
was
movie
that to
insufferable.
watch? Like, he's just hating.
He's a
Christensen.
creep. He's a creepy little baby child.
He is a
Man.
creep in that movie. I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
a creepy little baby man.
He's pretty rapey in that movie.
He,
Like, yeah. I just don't know, like, if that's how he acts.
no,
or
it's
if-
he.
if
I've
it's
seen him
how
in
he
other
was
movies,
written.
and he's good. He's been fine. It's the way that George Lucas had that dude. I'm
My
telling you.
Anakin, you sure have grown, and you've grown more beautiful.
Oh,
That's-
so
That's
creepy, man.
basically what he's doing.
you're giving me
Also,
chills.
like that dialogue. Oh my, Anakin, how you've grown. The fuck? Who says that? Yeah.
So weird.
And then yeah, he's literally like, oh, yeah. It's disgusting, man.
dream about her.
He's like,
But I haven't.
he's like,
seen her in 10 years, and it's like she doesn't even notice me. Ugh.
God.
It's like a creepy anime character's inner monologue. It's really bad.
He's
He's
basically
awful.
like, I'm not a prepubescent boy now, so therefore you must be with me.
You should breed with me.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's
If you
so
read in between the
sickening.
lines.
Ugh.
That's what it is.
Yeah, dude, it's so
He's
bad.
so
but-
possessive and like weird about everything. Like, oh, I'll use the force and give you a pair.
That's the worst CGI I've ever
Lies.
seen in my life. I
With,
hate
like, a
that
tiny
scene
lightsaber.
So much.
Just.
It's so bad. That scene is terrible.
Um,
we
Everything to add,
manipulate it.
Cheyenne. Everything to add.
No,
No.
Fuck, what was I
you
gonna
guys
say?
summed it up pretty good.
I
I
hate
was gonna
sand.
say something. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's rough, of course, and it gets everywhere.
Gets up your butt. That's all
Oh
he
my
means.
god,
Got a
man.
bag. Oh no, wait, I remember what I was gonna say. I killed them all.
Okay. I killed
the
the
men, and the women,
women.
and the children. I slaughtered them like animals.
Because they are animals.
I hate them.
They're holding me back.
We're shitting on it so hard. Oh man, dude.
Two is
It's-
probably
it's
the
so-
worst out of all three of them.
The,
Like,
Yeah,
why did he
I
destroy
two
the
has
Jedi?
absolutely has the worst acting, but
And
I
I have to say,
still get goosebumps from the Geonosis fight scenes when they're fucking with the clones when they come in and they're fighting the droids and there's like billions of blaster shots
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, and it's all
fucking
like
awesome.
dusty and cloudy.
Yeah, that is sweet. That's why they need to make a goddamn Clone Wars movie,
You know
I
what I
had to
like an
thought?
actual one.
2
was
is
the,
definitely forgettable.
Oh
Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering a lot of the major points. in it.
Yeah, a lot of the details of it, I am too. Like I can bring up 1 and I can bring up 3, but 2, I'm like,
because there isn't really a plot.
There's less
what I
Jar
thought
Jar
was
Binks.
cool,
That's
one of the
nice.
few things I thought was cool was
Well-
that chase scene between Obi-Wan and Jango Fett in space with the seismic bombs. They were like,
Oh, yeah, that
the
noise.
most ridiculous explosion sound ever.
That was cool. I thought
We
it was
heard
cool.
that again in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, when he released that, by the way, I was like, oh. Probably
Here it
spoiler.
comes.
I hope
Here
Cheyenne
it comes.
knows about that, but
Doesn't matter. She won't
okay,
expect
fuck you,
it.
Cheyenne, I guess.
yeah.
No, she won't expect it when it happens.
No, it was cool, but it is definitely one of the more forgettable ones of that trilogy.
What about him like jumping off the fucking flying cars, chasing the bounty hunter?
He is he's quite the reckless motherfucker.
And
Just
Obi-Wan's
jumps
like,
off shit, just like
God damn it.
You want to buy some death sticks? You don't want
Yeah.
to sell me death sticks. I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life? I want to go home and rethink my life.
Yes. I liked that. That was fun.
oh my god.
I thought it was cool that they recreated the scene of Obi-Wan cutting off an arm in a bar.
Hmm
Yeah, so cool. We
And
needed
I
that
thought
one.
it was
More
I thought it was-
nostalgia again. Guys,
I thought it-
remember? Guys,
Exactly.
remember when he did this? Guys,
I
remember?
remember.
We're gonna talk about when we get to 7, 8, and 9, other than pure nostalgia, especially
I
the
didn't-
Force Awakens.
Hello, we're not there yet.
I know, but what?
I'm making up shitting on the nostalgia. I'm not shitting on your nostalgia. I'm
Oh.
shitting on the movie. I'm just saying, guys, remember? That's what they did. That's what the movie did.
Yeah, that's the member berries. You remember Star Wars?
Yes.
It's what
Oh,
it is.
Chewbacca.
And then I always thought it was clever how they put in that scene when they walk into the bar when they're searching for the bounty hunter, and Obi-Wan's like, "Why do I feel like you're going to be the death of me?" I was like, haha, that's cute, tongue in cheek, very cute. I like it.
Right. What
Guys,
about when the
remember?
bounty hunter died and her face was like like a
Well, because
raisin?
she was a changed. She
That
she
freaked me
changed
out
into
when I
her
saw it the
regular
first
form.
time. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
She looks
but-
like a ball sack
Ah,
on a mummy. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we really like anything else you guys want to say about this. Like, how about Yoda? How about Yoda immediately being or basically the Force being instantly thrown to the side when they were like Force, Force. Okay, I guess we can't settle it. We gotta use our lightsabers. Fuck it.
And
they were
it's, like,
just
flipping
instantly
around.
like, yeah. Well, that. But I'm like, oh. But yeah, it's like, obviously in the old movies, fucking Yoda's, like, all you need is the Force. You don't need anything else. And in this movie, it's like, fuck that. Lightsabers are better than everything, bitch. Because, like, I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, he's jumping around and screaming and shit. Yeah, your mic volume is all over the place, by the way.
One thing I'm sorry, I'm getting up and down. I'm getting
yeah,
hyper
it's insane.
One thing that is not even movie related. I remember getting from my aunt. She worked at Blockbuster. When episode 2 came out, and I guess that was around the same time that the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie came out. Because for Christmas, I think she gave me these really cool, like holographic gift cards to Blockbuster. One of them was Spider-Man, and one of them was Yoda from Attack of the Clones. And I still have them. They're in one of my like collectives.
Are they one of those holographic cards that you could scratch like?
No. It was just a picture, but it had like a shine to it.
Oh, okay.
I do remember. This is a while ago, and it's in relation to The Empire Strikes Back when they were doing the re-release in theaters. Doritos left out little holographic pictures like that had this on them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about in terms of plot wise? Like the plot in this movie doesn't really exist.
No, let's just spit on it and move on.
2 is the most forgettable one, honestly.
Yeah, plot point wise, yeah, definitely for sure.
But thankfully, that's what the Clone Wars is for.
Yeah. Then the last 45 minutes is just pure action. Because fuck it. But yeah, Anakin and Padme's relationship is awful. It's so unbelievable and just disgusting and creepy.
Cradle robbing.
Truly love you. Like how?
Everyone knows that if you really want to convince someone you love them, you have to just I deeply, truly love. It's fucking
like
ugh.
How you guys hung out for like what, a week at max?
Yes, yeah, I know. And let's send the horn dog out here with the chick that he's obviously crushing on all by themselves out to Naboo on this island, not island, but it's basically like a romantic getaway. Like, what the fuck? Stupid.
It makes like, not only that, but it raises questions about Padme's character in general. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Absolutely, they're both pieces of shit.
You have so many options, and you're choosing him. Of all people.
Yeah.
Is he doing like? Is he manipulating you with the Force? Are you making your own decisions now?
Oh man, yeah.
Off camera, he was like, "You do want my dick."
The only saving grace is the fight scene at the end, like basically from the time they start the arena scene to the end is decent.
That's like 30 to.
But it's only because it's not boring.
Yeah. I always hated the scene where Padme jumped off the pillar and like did a leg split on the saddle of that one animal. I was like, oh, fucking A, you're not a dude, but that's still gotta hurt.
And that she has to get scratched up by that fucking thing, so it takes half her shirt off.
Mm.
It's just straight like
it must.
Like, oh god.
Yeah. Anything worth mentioning, Cheyenne, about us, episode 2? You haven't said a lot, so
I honestly don't remember a lot of it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Episode 3. The best of the 3 of these movies, honestly.
The memeiest of the 3.
The memeiest for sure. It's only, so this movie is practically just action the whole time, which is fine. But, all right. Good things. Go. Good things.
I really enjoyed the opening scene when they're fighting in space. I thought that was space. I thought it was greatly animated because it is CGI. So
it still looks good.
It looks great. comparatively. This is when the droids started finally getting their personalities.
Yeah,
And
when they got their the weird voices. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was genuinely funny and stuff. I mean, without getting into I want to save talking about like the ending and stuff until later. But whoever else wants to go, I don't want to. I could
All
talk
right,
about this.
Chris, some goods. Episode 3.
Chris, you're muted.
No, I think. Oh, my internet connection thing is doing that thing again. God damn. Chris, did you say anything? Yeah, Chris, I can't hear you now.
How bizarre. Cheyenne?
Cheyenne, yeah, go. My God, dude, this episode. Well, we're back, baby.
We're back.
Oh my
Still
God.
technical difficulties. Anyway.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's weird.
Go ahead with your goods.
I was saying I don't know. I don't. That
Okay.
I
You don't have
need
any
to
goods?
skip.
Fair enough
I
then.
liked,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I liked I liked Darth Vader's origin. I mean, I thought it was cool that we got to see it from literally the beginning, and episode 3 really like brought it all together, obviously, so that was kind of cool to follow Annie from being a kid to all the way
Did you
to
just say Annie?
yeah. That's what they
Okay.
call him in the movie.
It is. I've just never really. Okay, that's fine.
Little Annie.
I've never really attached myself to that nickname because I never
Neither
really
did I.
felt attached to him ever.
And then like all the way up to being Darth Vader. Like, so that was really a good point in 3 for me, was seeing the
The follow
development of
through.
that that lightning quick change of heart.
yeah.
What have I done?
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. No, let's just shit on it. We're gonna.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
all we want.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
This is the first one I saw in theaters though.
Yeah. Also, the first one I saw in theaters.
I was living in Texas, and we did a school field trip to go see this movie.
That's awesome.
What?
Yeah, it was the end of the year. It was the end of the year, so school was over. Like we were done. We had already taken all of our final tests. We had a pool day because it was the end of 5th grade going into 6th grade. So it was like the end of elementary school and moving into middle school kind of celebration.
That's cool.
We
Can you try to slide your mic closer to your mouth? Because for some, like slide.
Hello.
It's like as you're turning your head, it's like even though it's next to your mic or your face, it's like literally your volume is going like this as you're talking.
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Sorry.
it was like the end of the school year party for the 5th graders, and we spent the day at the local community pool, and then we went to the theaters and saw it.
Oh, just slightly.
It was really cool.
There we go.
I do remember. I like have a solid visual of the theater in my memory too.
All right. No, I
So that's
just
all
went and saw it with my parents. So
that's all the good.
yeah.
What are you
All
talking
right,
about?
yes.
That's all the good. I love this one. This
I
arguably
wouldn't
be
say
my
I love
favorite.
it, but it's definitely the best one. It's the most watchable of the 3 for
Yeah,
damn
it's
sure.
definitely the most. It has the most action and it's the most engaging. That's for sure.
I'd say one observation is I like how when Padme gives birth and the daughter
We're
comes out.
straight to literally the end.
Yes. When the daughter comes out, she's a princess. Send her to live in luxury and life. And then the guy comes out. He's like, send him to the fucking farms. Fuck his ass. And on top of that, it's amazing to me that Anakin could knock her up and not know. Like he's a Jedi. He's supposed to be sensitive to the Force and not notice a change in the love of his life, not be able to sense it.
Or
My dad
how did they
always-
not know that they were pregnant with twins?
Exactly.
My dad always said that. It's like, man, Leia got to live in the fucking palace, and Luke got sent to shit. What happened?
Exactly.
Well, it's because
Fuck
the
'em.
people that took Leia in were like, we can only take one.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, they did.
No, he literally said, "We've always hoped
We've
of
always wanted to
adopting
adopt a
daughter."
little girl
Yeah, that's literally verbatim what he said.
because they
Oh.
didn't know what to do with her.
And they're like,
They were
"You don't know?"
We know exactly what to do with Luke because it says it right here in the script. What do we do with Leia? Oh wait, she's a princess. That's right.
We've
Send him
always
to
talked
Moisture
about it.
Farms. Fuck his ass.
Yeah, to shoot womp rats. Fucking.
But yeah, if it is supposed to be like we have space travel technology, and we don't know that she's pregnant with twins, and we can't save her from dying in childbirth, and
But
nobody
Cheyenne,
knew she was
she lost the
pregnant.
will to live.
She died of the big sad.
She died of the big sad.
She
what
died of
happened.
the
So
big sad.
before we
Hex
move on,
big
here
sad.
is something. Here is a plot point that I don't believe that George Lucas is smart enough to write, but it's a theory that I heard that Palpatine does know. So he knows how to use the Force to transfer life, and he pulled it from Padme and gave it to and used it to save Anakin, right? So
That's
he
my
killed
headcanon.
Padme. That's your headcanon because you want to believe that.
Yes.
But do you believe George Lucas wrote that and was like,
no,
this is actually
not at all.
They should have
No.
alluded to that.
No,
And
because
even the slightest, they
everything
should have
else that
alluded
he
to
thought he was gonna get over on people by writing, it's in your fucking face. Like everything, he's like, look how fucking smart of a writer I am. Look at it. Look at it.
Us in the second.
Yeah, no, that is 100% my headcanon is that Palpatine was stealing the life force from Padme to give it to Anakin.
Yeah,
And that's
Anakin
why-
was pretty
I
that's-
just don't
that's-
actually believe that he wrote
That's
that.
why
There's
he
no way.
said. That's why he says, "In your anger, you killed her." Because like,
Well, yeah. He's
He
got to
choked
cement.
her.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, he
that
choked
wouldn't
her,
have
but he
killed her
didn't kill her.
alone. That wouldn't
No.
have killed her alone.
I just think that if they had alluded to that even a little bit, it would be in your face, like Matt said. Like, I
Because
think that's
George
mental
Lucas
gymnastics.
is not a smart enough writer to be able to. Yeah.
That's mental gymnastics that smarter people who like Star Wars have given to themselves to justify,
Yeah.
being able to watch
Give
it.
George Lucas more
somehow.
credit than he deserves.
I have brought peace, freedom, and justice to my new empire.
Your new empire? Oh man. Oh, it's so bad. The fact that we
wait,
can
wait.
perfectly.
Can we
Okay,
talk
all right.
about the lightsaber?
That's what I was gonna say. That I hate. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is so fucking stupid. Every single time I see it, I'm just like, ah. It's so dumb. They literally just sit there and go like 15 times.
And then it's just one clash. I'm like,
And then they go, and then they go, and then they blow each other. It's so annoying. I'm sorry if you're listening to the audio version, but if you've seen
I
the
will
movie, you know
tell you.
exactly what we're doing.
I will tell you though that the music Battle of the Heroes is my second favorite, and it's only second
It's
favorite
good.
to Duel of the Fates. Battle of the Heroes is a great song.
Oh man. But yeah, so let's talk about this movie a little more. Something like I don't know.
I really,
I just
really liked his like Sith eyes when he had them. I wish he
okay.
would have kept them for a while.
On the
thought that was
duel,
He did.
like during the duel on Mustafar.
He had them the whole time.
I didn't see him
After he killed
maybe-
after he killed the separatist leaders, he had them the whole time.
I didn't.
the whole rest
Maybe
of
I
the
just
movie.
haven't paid attention because I've never noticed him after that. But all I remember seeing is when he has his hood over and he just looks.
He had him, yeah, he had him the whole fight. He had him while he was burning.
You underestimate my power.
I hate you. Yeah. Oh man, I think we need to at least talk about the movie instead of just quoting
Wait.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
But the one-liners, though.
Listen, I was doing that the other night. Remember at Chris when you and Adam were playing Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah.
No.
Giant's just silent.
Yeah, I know.
Well-
All right, so all right, hold on.
ready. Do it.
Yeah. it's so meany. Oh, I
It
love
is so
All
full
right,
of one
I
liners.
want to talk about the biggest plot hole in this movie. I don't know if it's necessarily a plot hole, but Anakin is it's written so terribly that literally Palpatine had to be like, "I'm a motherfucking Sith Lord, yo," for him to be like, "I think this. Are you the Sith Lord?" And then he's like, "Probably, maybe."
And then
But what if I am?
Anakin was still like, maybe he's not.
What else you got? Give me some more information.
It's just it's so bad, man. It's written so bad. And yeah, no, his turn is literally like instantaneous. The second fucking Palpatine's like, I can save your bitch though. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll kill anybody.
Doesn't matter. I'll kill everybody.
I want
Fucking
a
chops
street
off Mace
version.
Windu and Mace Windu's hand and fucking throws him out the goddamn window.
I want a street
He gets
version
Mace
of that.
windowed hard.
I want like a street version of that scene saying, I can save your bitch. All right, I'm in.
That's what he does. That's what he does. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Oh, it's so bad.
man.
Like, I get that they had to disfigure Anakin's body badly in that duel in Mustafar. Sorry, I'm stuck on that still. But that scene for him is so like, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. And then he's like, fuck you. You underestimate my power. And he does a leaping.
Yeah, why couldn't Obi-Wan have just cut him down in the actual fight? Why'd they have to have that stop there?
Yeah, like
It's a specific technique. I don't remember the name. It's a specific technique that Obi-Wan uses.
like
I
where he,
swear to God.
yeah,
Called
it is. He
chop
cuts
your
his
legs
legs
off?
off. No, he cuts his legs off, and then on the same like swipe in one motion, he goes around Anakin's head, and cuts his arm off in the same movement.
I know, but why that quote unquote technique doesn't need to be a thing. He could have just cut him down in the fight.
I agree. But they wanted him to be.
They never said like. So the comment was that he, in episode 4, that he's more machine than man or whatever at this point, right? Is what Obi-Wan says about Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, he couldn't have just fucking had something like fall on him to like fucking take his legs off or something like that.
Muke. I don't know if I'm
Okay,
pronouncing
cool.
that right.
Sure. Whatever.
It's pronounced monkey.
Or Chomai. It is a forbidden variant, literally meaning to dismember. It involves the act of cutting through several limbs at once. You should never use Muke against living being, giving the many alternatives.
So yeah,
'Cause
Obi-Wan
it's
was a piece of
considered cruel.
shit then.
I mean, I guess, but
Yeah, man, he literally fucking cut all his limbs off and then just let him
laid
sit there and
there
burn
burned.
next to lava. What the fuck?
I
What
will
the
say
fuck? Just
that
kill him.
I think that's Hayden Christensen's most powerful scene, though, is that scene.
It is.
while
The
he's
fucking like spit pouring out of his mouth while he's like,
And he's crawling like.
Why not put him out of his misery though?
yeah, just
Like,
fucking cut his head off. Shit.
Obi-Wan's
I can't
like,
kill you.
That's
You're my
pretty
brother.
cool.
But I can severely destroy you and make you fucking suffer. I can do that though. And,
he couldn't
and
do that
assume that
because
you'll die.
plot. Because plot.
Yeah,
it has
I
to
know.
continue.
That's what I'm saying. Why couldn't they have been fighting and like something fall on him or something, and then he just doesn't save him or whatever?
like he
I don't
loses
know.
a limb in a battle, and then the next battle he loses
Well,
another
yeah,
limb.
obviously he
or,
already.
like-
Well, I mean, he could have been crushed by. There was so much shit falling the whole time.
yeah, the whole
I-
time.
The thing was collapsing. I don't know.
the gravity wells turn off, and they're fighting on this platform that's descending into the lava.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he could have been crushed by something at any point, but whatever.
Plot, Matt.
Yeah, plot. All right. So we don't really need to dive more into episode 3. We know what's wrong with it. We don't really have enough time because we're trying to keep our podcast to about an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
Not really much longer than that. Maybe one day we'll dive more into each one of these. I don't know, but let's rank all 3 of these movies and discuss what we would do to improve the trilogy itself overall. Like certain plot things that you would change to be like this. If they did this differently, it would have made it more believable or better or blah, whatever. Kind of like we were just doing there at the end of episode 3. So let's go ahead and rank them. For me, episode 3 is the best of the 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Okay. The hardest part for me though is episode 2 worse than episode 1?
I would have to say yes.
I would say no.
I'd say no.
I would also say no. And it's only because it's not as boring.
I was gonna say because it has
The
more
acting
action.
is worse, but it is so much more entertaining.
But it's so forgettable.
But purple lightsaber.
The plot is forgettable to me. The plot is forgettable,
I
but
remember scenes.
I remember scenes, yes.
Yeah.
Because they're either horrible or awesome.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is all in the middle of just
It's like those Harry Potter
boring
jelly
as
beans
fuck.
where some of them taste good and some of them taste like dog shit.
Exactly, and you only
like that.
remember those. You don't remember any of the ones in the
You
middle.
don't remember the middle ones, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I think honestly, just backwards, 3, 2, 1 is the correct
that's
order.
how I yeah. If I was gonna throw one on, episode 1 is the one I would throw on last.
Wait till you're
Yeah.
drunk to watch that one.
Yes.
Wait till you're drunk. Or just watch it for the
Yes, for sure.
nostalgia. Don't watch it for anything else.
Watch it to watch Jar Jar Binks repetitively step in shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what would you guys change to make the turn more believable? Or
I will
No Jar
tell
Jar.
you. I will tell you one thing I will not change. And Chris, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it.
Jar Jar has one of the best lines that I use to this day.
How rude.
Nope.
How rude.
Rude.
Nope. It's when he gets thrown. They're in the Naboo ship, and he gets thrown into the room that has all the battle droids or whatever, where we meet R2D2.
Mm.
And he gets thrown into that room, and he walks in there and he just goes, "Hello, boyos." Hello,
yeah.
boyos is my absolute favorite way to greet anybody.
Do they even catch on that that's a Jar Jar reference?
I don't think so. Because I've done it several times in the podcast and previous episodes and nobody's
Yeah.
caught it. Hello, boyos.
Anyway, all right. I don't think that really impacts any of the
Story?
the
No, not
trilogy
at all.
as a whole, but okay. Thanks for the story.
I think
Man,
change like Anakin's and
you almost said it again.
I almost said it again on accident. I would change their relationship. Like I wouldn't have them so far apart in age, you know,
Either.
and make that romance more believable, and then
Yep.
have that
Maybe-
turn at the end more difficult for Anakin to do. You know what I mean? Because it just seemed like, oh, I'm gonna be the bad guy now.
Like bring Anakin's age up and Padme's age down.
Yeah.
Where
And
like,
then
this-
Or
then
just
have
meet
that
in the middle somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
right, and have that like,
I have a thing that I'll talk about for me, but you go ahead.
Maybe-
Keep going. It's Cheyenne's
Maybe-
turn.
oh, sorry.
but anyway, I just was saying, like, if they could make that relationship a lot more believable and solid, and like them coming together and stuff, and him just I mean, him snapping is one thing, but I don't know, just having him turn a more difficult decision and more like a gut-wrenching decision that he had to make would be more believable and a better story, I think.
and it'd be more memorable.
I think if you were to throw in a situation where when they were younger, somewhere in episode 1 or 2, where Anakin's not trained as much, and he still jumps in and saves her life somehow, it could make that relationship kind of feel more
Strong.
natural. Yeah, and it feels more not so forced, I
Saved her
guess.
from slugs though.
Eh.
Pull it out from your mouth slightly. It's getting a lot of
Sorry.
pull it away. So just have it in front of your mouth, but pull it away a little.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when you put it like on your lips, all I hear is
I'm sorry. It's hard to work with this mic.
you guys need to get a real mic.
I'm going to when I have some room to build a PC.
Mine's been behaving.
It's just a
itself.
USB. You don't need a PC.
It's a really good mic. I like it.
That one's
I got it on
better than-
Amazon.
it's
Well,
fine.
Christmas is in 12 days. If anybody
What
What are
wants
you
to give me a
saying?
mic.
Mine's not a real mic, Matt?
That's not what I said at all. Shut up. We're talking about. All right. This is what I would do, just to make the trilogy as a whole better and more believable. I'm going to take a little of what Cheyenne was saying about the relationship. I would just cut episode 1 out and
Really?
make episode 2 a movie about the Clone Wars.
Okay,
and
but how would that strengthen their relationship?
Listen, I will tell you. So just have it episode 1. Okay, so what do you need from episode 1 in terms of their relationship, really? What do you need to
Nothing.
know about it going into 2?
Nothing. That
I
they
mean,
have.
Qui-Gon is like basically never
They
mentioned
have-
ever again.
just that they have a connection in the past. You know, like they
That's
didn't
fine. You
just
can
meet
literally
for the
be
first
told that.
time.
You can just be like, wow, they haven't seen each other in 10 years. I feel like that,
Okay.
leaving that more to the imagination rather than seeing him as a fucking 8-year-old being like, oh, I love you. You're fucking awesome. Oh, would do more. God damn, I can't clear my fucking throat. Would do more for their relationship than a
COVID.
whole movie of them being 10 years apart while she's a fucking grown ass woman and he's
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
8.
Okay, so I guess when you put it like that, when you could explain that they had a past
Yeah, and that's
in
all
the
you have to
second
do.
one and just cut out one completely.
Yeah, in the Attack of the Clones.
Maybe she was somebody that he was close to on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she,
I think-
yeah, exactly.
For Anakin's descent, like more and more to the dark side, there should have been it should have been more gradual, not on a dime.
Well, I was still talking
It,
about
it
Oh, I'm
feels
sorry.
like episode 3 had to rush it.
Why do I have to keep fucking hiccuping when I'm trying to clear my goddamn throat? This
It
is
feels
pissing me
like
off.
episode 3 was like, shit, we've got to introduce how we turn to Darth Vader now.
Excuse me. Sorry. I literally every time I'm trying to clear my throat, I fucking hiccup. Whatever. Okay. So yeah. So take episode 1 out, erase it, and make episode 2 episode 1. You don't even really need to change that much other than maybe write it a little better. But yeah, then episode 2 can actually be a plot within the Clone Wars where Anakin has to do something really, like he has to tap into the dark side really shady to be able to at the end of the movie or throughout the movie to actually like to win a battle or something very important to the war effort. Then you'd also get to actually see Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship and stuff like that. Like
Because wasn't there that scene in episode 2 where Obi-Wan was like, you've saved my life like X amount of times.
exactly.
Except not
You
that
never,
one time.
You never really get to see
Like-
how much of a badass Anakin actually is.
Like, hey, I'd like to see that, please.
Yes. You never get to see how awesome he actually is at shit. Ever. Like he just walks around in his fucking cloak bitching and crying about
He's such
Tusken
a
Raiders.
whiny ass baby in
Yes.
literally episode 2 and 3. Such a
Yeah.
whiny ass kid.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you do want that, go watch the Clone Wars show on Disney Plus. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm starting over because Allie wanted to watch it, and
Oh man, good luck with season 1, but that's fine.
I know.
I've been watching
But yeah,
season 1. It's pretty good.
Obviously, the Clone Wars show came out after, so I mean, whatever. But yeah, I think that having that and then episode 3, like seeing him do some shady shit in episode 2 to kind of be like, ooh, I can see it, instead of him not doing anything shady at all whatsoever, and then all of a sudden he's killing children,
Mm-hmm.
which we didn't really talk about the younglings, but I
We
don't
didn't.
really think we need to talk about them.
Did you-
I
Glossed
really-
right over that.
I really, really want a game where I get to play that scene from Anakin's perspective.
Yes, you murdered children.
I want to see what happens. Maybe it's
You kill
dark
them.
and
What do you
twisted.
think happens?
Maybe
They
it's
put up a
dark and
really good
twisted.
fight and they almost get him.
Do
and
they
then-
put up a really good fight, or do I
No!
just shoot them like they're
No, you see it in the video. He's literally choking one and being like, kill, fucking kill, die.
exactly?
Because they trust him.
Master Skywalker. There's too many of them. What
That
should we
poor
do?
child. That poor kid.
That lightsaber, and he's like,
It makes him jump out.
but
Just learned that Jake's a psychopath.
yeah, Jesus.
Slightly.
no, I agree with Jake. But
We have 2 psychopaths.
But yeah, we got to wrap up soon. Chris,
I
what do
just
you
want to
got?
say that I want to expand a little bit on what Matt said. I really like the idea of having to see the relationship and like see him have to make difficult decisions and tap into the dark side.
Mhm.
That would help because it would justify him feeling like I can control it. They should be like, no, that was bad what you did. Yes, you got the right result, but you did it wrong. And he'll be like, no, I
It
can
happens
control
all
it.
through the Clone Wars,
And they're like,
the show, TV show.
it would just be nice to see the descent more gradually. That way, like and something can happen and it pushes him past the point of no return. And then he's just
Yeah.
like, it doesn't have to just be like, now you're Darth Vader, boy.
It doesn't have to be just like the Chancellor massaging his dark sideness, right? Like oh, it's not
Stroking
really
it.
that bad. Oh, and then he's just like, you know what? I guess it's not.
And I love how Anakin is getting all this advice about the dark side from the Chancellor, and is never once is like, hey, how do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I want to talk about real quick that scene where Chancellor Palpatine kills those 3 Jedi in like 2 seconds that literally just stand there and let him slice them in half. Basically, you know, when he
Like that red lightsaber.
he like hidden blades his fucking lightsaber.
I forgot about that.
I am the Senate.
Didn't they die in the first like
Senate.
3 seconds of the movie
Yeah,
or something?
he just fucking jumps and spins at him and goes, kill. Yeah.
Trained Jedi.
You want to know something interesting? He was actually trained to use dual lightsabers.
Darth
That's his canon.
Sidious? Or...
Yes, Darth Sidious.
Okay, I thought you meant like the actor.
No.
I'd like to see that.
And they touch on it in Clone Wars. Why he only has 1 for that scene. Just saying.
Because he gives
So you
it
should
to an
watch Clone
apprentice,
Wars.
and that
We
apprentice goes
get
out
it,
and fucking
Matt.
dies.
Watch the
Clone Wars is awesome. It's the best thing in the related to the prequels.
That's probably what we're
awesome.
gonna watch tonight. Is the
Badass.
new episode of Mando and hop
Yeah.
on the Clone Wars.
All right.
Who's that over there?
But yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I do want to say thank you for hopefully coming back and listening. We don't have an ending segment. We've gone a little too long, but sorry about the technical difficulties. I don't know why I was having internet problems. Whatever. If the audio is fucked up, I'm sorry. Again, I just got my PC back yesterday, and we're trying to record some episodes like ASAP. I will do my best in the post to try to clean it up. So sorry if it's unbearable to listen to. I apologize, but
We'll improve.
yeah, we'll get it back to at least the quality it was soon. But yes, look out for our OG original trilogy discussion. We'll probably just be jizzing on it the whole time, talking about how great it was. And then so that one probably won't have to be as long because we probably won't poop on it. But I guess for us, thank you guys so much. For the future, we never really came out and said this before on any of the other recordings. We're not going to have live shows anymore. It's just so much more of a pain in the ass to schedule things for 4 working adults, 1 with a child and 2 with school. So we're just going to record them in our own time. So sorry. We will record the videos though still and put them on the new YouTube channel, not my personal YouTube channel. They're on the Nerdy as Hell Gaming YouTube channel. And yes, please recommend this podcast to a Star Wars fan. And please rate. If you please, if you guys do like the show, rate it because that's how it is shown on recommended feeds and stuff on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. Rate it, please.
It takes 2 seconds of your life.
It takes 2 seconds. I don't care if it's a 1-star review. I don't care. Just rate it. I do kind of care though. But yes. Until next time, now that we're back, stay unapologetically nerdy, and we'll see you guys again soon. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye.